Hello everyone, this is Rashik from Agency Handy. Today we're going to look at how to create and manage subscription within Agency Handy. So there are essentially two ways to create a subscription. One is through a service catalog where client directly orders the service, or the second is you do it manually. So let's look at the first thing. So this is what a service page would look like. If you share the service page with a public URL, this is what a catalog would look like. So let's just go through one service, right? So this is a subscription payment, right? So for this, a subscription will be created. So let's just click on purchase, goes through this flow. There are these two packages. So I'll just say, okay, fine, I'll just gonna purchase this package. Here's my details. There's an intake form, although none of this mandatory, so I'm just gonna skip it. So now that it's done, there are two payment methods right now. So it's one is Stripe, one is bank payment. Let's just go through bank payment so that I don't really have to pay. I'm just gonna show you like what it looks like. So now that a service has been purchased, thank you for purchase, or it has been successfully placed. Let's look at how the subscription is created. So there are essentially two things that happen when a order service gets purchased. So one is an order gets created. So you can see for Rashik Hawk digital marketing primary. So this is a service that I just bought, right? So right now it is still in pending. Given that I've done it manually, so I've also done it through manual banking. So payment hasn't gone through, so the status remains there. So let's look at subscription, right? So if I go into subscription, you can see a subscription has already been created. But the difference is I have chosen manual banking and just put in I have just shown the manual banking details, right? So the assumption is that agency owners will receive the payment and then they will manually update the status of the payment. So until that is done, you'll see there is no last payment was done, anything. But if you have chosen Stripe and just paid through Stripe, it would have been shown that last through Stripe. So let's look at how you can handle that. So once the payment was done, if you go into invoices, you'll see an invoice has also been created, but this status shows open. The reason, as I said, as it was done manually with manual banking, so you have to update the status manually as well. So the assumption is when the agency owner gets the money in the bank, they update the invoice status to paid. And now if I go into subscription, it will showcase that last payment was done this. When is the next payment done? So last payment was done on March, next payment is due on April. This is the payment and all the details. So I also have some reminder sequence within subscription. So with each subscription, we've shown in order in service video that you can set it up in service while creating the service as well. You can also set it up this way, so it can be a lengthy sort of process, okay, I need all this reminder to be sent. If not, I can just say I don't really need any reminder to be sent for this subscription as well. So you can set up a subscription like this manually. If you choose Stripe or any other payment gateway, the invoices will automatically be paid, the subscription will automatically show payment done. If you choose manual banking, you have to do it manually. Now, the second way of doing this is to create an order. Again, very similar case, you can do it manually as well. So you can just choose a particular client and everything. I'm just going to say for this client, this is the service that I'm choosing. So I'm going to choose this package and fine. I'm done with an order. So see, for this client, I've also created an order, right? So I've done this order manually. I've created an order. Now, if I go into invoices, I'll have to create an invoice for that particular client, right? So I'll just create this. Okay, for this client, also have this invoice as well because this was done manually. So I'll also have to create an invoice. Now you can see. So as you can see in the subscription tab, given that I've also created an order manually, you can also see our subscription was done manually again. Given that I still haven't received payment or anything, the last payment is shown like this. Now if I go into invoice, the invoice is still in draft. I can say, okay, the invoice is open, so that means invoice has been sent. Now if I just update the status to paid, again similar thing happens. So you can see last payment was done. So this is how you can manage subscription. You also have the option to cancel subscription. We are bringing new features where you'll be able to upgrade your subscription, downgrade subscription, on those sort of things as well. If not, these are the stuff. And also within this, you can also in the settings tab, you can set up those subscription reminders as well. So there can be multiple sets of reminder, multiple layers of reminders as well. So this is how we can manage a subscription within Agency Handy. It is essentially linked to orders and also within services. So it can be done manually by creating an order manually, and it can also be done through client purchasing a subscription based service directly. And if you receive payment through PayPal, Stripe, then the status gets updated automatically and it shows the last payment and next payment, all those details. If you do it through manual banking, that means you have to update the status of invoices manually as well. So that is all. Hope you have understood all the layers of subscription within Agency Handy. If you have any further question, feel free to leave it in the comments or even in our support chat. We'll be happy to assist you. Thank you all for today. Catch you next time.